if anybody been on a balloon trip? Anybody had one before? Yeah. But it wasn't in something like that. No. Was it in a wicker basket? Yes. So if you go hot air ballooning, you sit in a wicker basket, it's open, you can see the landscape, you can hear a sheep and what have you. But as you may have guessed, this went a lot higher than you would go in a hot air balloon. So we're going back to 1934 with this, and the person who kind of designed this and used it was Professor Auguste Piccard, who was a Belgian scientist, and he was studying the phenomenon of cosmic rays, which had recently been discovered. Now, cosmic rays come from space, and they can't easily penetrate the Earth's atmosphere. They get absorbed. So if you want to study them, you kind of have to get rid of the atmosphere, and of course the only way to do that is to go above as much of it as you can. So he made the first flight in this in 1932 with a colleague, and then left it a couple of years, and then went up in this second one in 1934, as I said, and he went 10 miles up. 10 miles. So obviously, of course, the pressure at that stage is so low that you've got to have a sealed unit so that you can still breathe. And they were very successful. So that was the highest anybody had ever been, any human being had ever been at that stage. And they saw the curvature of the Earth for the first time. So, successful mission, it came back down. And I should say that, of course, a hot air balloon will not get you into the stratosphere, so it has to be a hydrogen balloon, a very large one at that. But then, being a very adventurous sort, that wasn't enough for him, and he and other members of his family decided they wanted to explore the deep oceans. So they took that same spherical design, which is very good for resisting pressure, and slung it underneath a big oil-filled buoyancy chamber to make a thing called a bath escape. And in this bath escape, they went down into some of the deepest depths of the ocean. So they were an amazing family because they went the highest anybody had been and the lowest anybody had been. I think I mentioned he was Belgian. If anybody was a fan of the Tintin books, there was a character called Professor Calculus. And Professor Calculus basically was Professor Piccard. It looked like him, and I don't know if his character was like him, but there was a very strong resemblance, put it that way. And in tribute to Piccard and his adventurous family, Jean-Luc Picard in Star Trek is named for him. Okay, we're going to move to the last object that we're going to have a look